everyone! Welcome to America Gossip News, where curiosity meets pure entertainment. From jaw-dropping celebrity scandals to the shocking twists in your favorite shows like The Bold and the Beautiful, we serve you fresh, honest, and binge-worthy content every single week. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and join our growing gossip family, because your next obsession starts right here. The air in Tuscany was warmer than Brooke expected. The scent of blooming jasmine floated through the villa's open windows, mingling with the faint sound of church bells in the distance. Everything was beautiful, painfully, romantically beautiful, and yet her heart was in chaos. She hadn't come to Italy for love, or so she told herself. It was supposed to be a work retreat, a break from the dizzying back and forths of Los Angeles, a time to reflect, perhaps even reset. But then Ridge arrived, not as part of the official Forrester delegation, but as a man on a mission to win her back. He'd told her at the airport gate that destiny couldn't be denied, but she could try to outrun it, hide in another country, distract herself with work or wine or men. But destiny would always find her, and, of course, he meant himself. He always meant himself. She should have seen it coming. Ridge had never been the type to surrender easily. He believed their story was eternal, that no matter what storms had tried to tear them apart, they'd always find their way back to each other. And truth be told, a part of Brooke had once believed that too. What she didn't see coming, what no one saw coming, was Nick Marone. She hadn't heard his voice in years. Not really. Maybe an occasional email about mutual contacts, maybe a headline about Marone shipping, but nothing more. Until now. Nick was in Italy on business, or so he said. But the timing, the unmistakable glint in his eyes suggested something deeper, something unfinished. He hadn't changed much. Still rugged, still sarcastic, still capable of disarming her with a single sentence. When they met at the vineyard near Lucca, it was like the years melted away. She laughed without effort. She felt seen, not as Ridge's destiny or as Hope's mother or as a scandal waiting to happen, but as Brooke, the real Brooke, the one who used to believe in freedom. Suddenly, she found herself caught in a storm she never saw coming. Two men, two pasts, one impossible decision. Ridge was poetry, a legacy carved across decades. Nick was music unexpected, raw and capable of moving her in ways she didn't want to admit. The nights in Tuscany grew more tangled. Dinners turned to memories. Walks through ancient ruins became reflections on what was and what could have been. And then the letters. Brooke hadn't written letters in years, but something about Italy made her want to put pen to paper. She wrote one to Ridge, a confession, an explanation. She poured her heart into every word, recalling the good, the bad, the years of sacrifice, the children they raised, the dreams they dared to dream. But it wasn't a love letter, it was an honest letter. And when she finished, she folded it carefully and placed it in her purse. Then, she wrote another too. Nick. This one was shorter, rougher, but it pulsed with truth. She told him how he made her feel lighter, more alive. How part of her always wondered what would have happened if they'd run away all those years ago and never looked back. 2 letters, 2 paths, and no clear answer. Ridge, ever the romantic strategist, wasn't about to let Italy pass without making a move. He orchestrated a private evening, candles, roses, a string quartet playing their song from the Aspen wedding that almost was. He told her that this time would be different, that they were older now, wiser, that they knew what mattered. And then he proposed it should have been magical instead. She hesitated. She couldn't say yes. Not because she didn't love him, but because she didn't know if loving him meant losing herself again. After Ridge left that night, Nick found her sitting by the fountain in the courtyard. He didn't bring flowers. He didn't bring a ring. He brought the compass, the one she had given him when they were together years ago. During a brief moment of peace, he'd kept it all this time. I don't have a grand speech, he said. No music, no ring, just this. And you... He asked her to leave with him, not forever, just for a while, to explore, to breathe, to remember what it was like to choose happiness, not just fall into it. Brooke couldn't sleep that night. She watched the sun rise over the rolling hills and felt a tightness in her chest she couldn't name. Was she really at a crossroads? Or had she been standing there for years, pretending she didn't have to choose? The next day, Ridge was gone. No note, no fight, just gone. He'd left a message on her phone, a goodbye. For now. He said he loved her too much to keep pulling her in and out of the same pattern. He was letting her go, not out of anger, out of hope. Hope that she'd come back on her own. That when she did, it would be because she truly wanted to. Nick, on the other hand, was still waiting. He wasn't pushing. He wasn't begging. He was just there in Brooke. She stood in the airport holding 2 boarding passes. One to Los Angeles. One to Athens. Her phone buzzed again. Hope? Another family crisis. Another problem she was expected to fix. And for once, she didn't want to. She exited the line, walked to the taxi stand, left both tickets behind. Days passed. Then weeks. She didn't go home. She didn't sail away. She rented a small villa on the cliffs of Cinque Terre. She cooked her own meals. She walked barefoot on the rocks. She painted badly. She was alone. Not lonely, just alone. She started reading again, journaling, visiting the tiny local library where no one knew her name, and in the quiet she found something she hadn't felt in decades. Peace. Eventually the world caught up. Ridge called. She didn't answer. Nick emailed. Just a smiley face and a photo of the compass sitting on the deck of his boat. She didn't reply, but she smiled. And back in LA, the rumors started swirling. Had Brooke walked away from both men? Was this her new phase? Would she return stronger or simply more confused? The truth was, even Brooke didn't know. All she knew was that for the first time in her adult life, she wasn't rushing into a man's arms. She wasn't trying to fix someone. She wasn't trying to prove anything. She was trying to be herself, reinvent herself, reclaim herself. And maybe, just maybe, love would come again. But next time, it wouldn't be about destiny or legacy or scandal. It would be about choice. And when, if she chose Ridge or Nick again, it wouldn't be because of the past. It would be because she saw a future.